Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Blade and Soul. Today we are back in Jadestone Village and we're taking a little bit of a detour because I found a reason to actually do the crafting system. Some of you guys might have been aware of this, but you damn sure didn't post it in the comments section. But here I am, back in Jadestone Village, actually joining crafting guilds. Why? Well, because I'm over here, by the time you get to the story point where I'm at, where we're currently at in the story, you've gotten 2 Viridian Transformation Stones. However, you don't get a third one, and that third one is needed in order to level up our Hong Moon Ring. We actually got the Sentinel ring from the Sentinel Ruins dungeon. It's a hard dungeon, and not a hard. I don't mean hard like as in it's actually hard, but it was a hard level dungeon. And we need another Viridian Transformation Stone. Now, the only way of doing that is to buy them offline, or I mean not offline, buy them in the marketplace store, or take your happy ass back over here to Jadestone Village, and we're gonna join a few guilds. So the first guild I joined, and you can see there's some quest markers up on here, and I'm gonna show you guys why. The first guild I joined in order to craft this Viridian Transformation Stone is these guys, the Soul Shield Artisans. These guys are capable of creating Soul Shield primers and Transformation Stones. Now, when you look on here, you can see the items required in order to create a Viridian Transformation Stone is actually some Viridian Poison, some Viridian Quartz, and a Premium Simple Refiner. So now these 2 items relatively easy to get, right? You can get them from doing dungeon quests. You can get them from like the Lakeside Cache. They're basically drops for dungeons and daily quests inside the area. The Viridian Quartz comes from mining the quartz in the Viridian Coast. And then we have this Premium Simple Refiner that we need, and go, oh, what the fuck? And then you can see where it's acquired from. It's used by the Forge Keepers, the Radiant Ring, and the Soul Wardens. But in order to get this, we have to actually have a contract with the Merry Potters. So just so you guys are aware, this is where we're at in Jadestone Village. And it's going to be kind of hard to look at the location, but you can see right down here where the jeweler is. That's your Soul Artisan Shield, right? So now let's take a look real quick. Like, so what I wanted to look was the premium. What was it called again? Shit, I forgot what it was called again. Let me see what that was called again. I totally forgot. I'm just spaced out. A Premium Simple Refiner. There we go. Okay, so a Premium Simple Refiner. All right, there we go. So now look at this. Let's go back to the marketplace and let's look that up. Now, I already did this, so I know that it's not on, I didn't see any on the marketplace, but maybe they have some now. Ah, look at that. So we have Premium Simple Refiners, and you can see the cost right here associated to them, right? What's that, 7 silver each? Ooh, it's getting up there. It's getting expensive. So now you have a number of things that you can do, because I'm pretty positive, pretty goddamn positive, and we're going to go over here. We're gonna go over here to the vault chick. And as you can see, we've got inside here, where are they? I've got some Viridian Quartz, and I've got some Viridian Poisons. We also have the Nectar Water, and we have the Viridian Jars. Let's grab these out. What other crafting supplies do we have in here? None of these actually are. Nope, none of those are. So we can move past those guys right now. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. That's what you're gonna do. Okay. So, but I wanted to show you guys this video anyways, and so let's see. So now with those in hand, right? Because this is gonna be a sidebar video for crafting, is when I'm gonna do it. With those in hand, we can come over here, and you can see we have all the supplies except for the Premium Simple Refiner in order to craft this Viridian Transformation Stone. So it's easy as simple as that. You probably already have these items in your inventory. More than likely you already have them in your inventory. inventory. So you can buy the premium simple refiner for 7 silver, and you can move on and have a nice day. Otherwise, if you want to join the Mary Potters and you want to actually get crafting and your transformation stones and so forth, well, then you're gonna have to come over here and join the Mary Potters, right? Because here goes the Mary Potter rep, and in order to craft your premium simple refiner, this is what you need. You need some Viridian quartz. You need Paulownia sap, and you need a simple refiner. Now, and the quartz is easy to get. You just use the Viridian axes that you have and farm away. Otherwise, then you need the Paulownian sap, which is plant materials, right? So in order to do that, you have to actually have a contract with the tree fellers in order to be able to merchant, get that stuff. You can also craft Viridian pickaxes as well in order to get these quartz items and so forth. You see that right there. And again, contract with these guys over here. Or if you want to, just go on and purchase the Paulownia sap. We're not going to purchase anything just yet or anything like that, because what we want to do is take a look at the crafting system. No, there was one other thing, right? Sorry guys, I got ahead of myself there. So let's take a look back at the Paulownia's, the Mary Potters, whatever. So to craft that premium, you also need a simple refiner. In order to craft a simple refiner, you can see again, we need Viridian poisons, and we need the sandy clay crafting material, and you can see that comes from a contract with the Green Thumbs, right? Alright, so now we've got our 2 crafting guilds that we need, and now we need our 2 gathering guilds. So the first gathering guild is going to be right over here. I've already made a contract with these guys. Where is he at? No, he's not the rep. There you go, that's the rep. So here goes the Green Thumb rep, right? And you can make the contract with this guy. And now you can see that he has a bunch of stuff for us Green Thumbs to do. We've got a bunch of different clays and so forth that we can join, and that we would basically have to go and find in order to do this stuff, right? And you can see the guild points that we get, they kind of go up, here, right here. So there you go. That's your guild for your Green Thumbs. Right across the way is the Tree Fellers. The Tree Fellers over here. And you can see his guild. So now we're looking at different logs and so forth that we need, pine saps and so forth. And we have a discovery thing that goes on with these. So with both these guilds, they're crafting guilds. Let's talk to Chai So. And she has a craft for us about getting us, finding wood samples. Of course, if you want the guild to gather wood for you, we'll need to see what kind of lumber you want. That means you have to come here with samples of many different types of lumber. Let's practice. Find me a Yulon Magnolia log, and then we can gather it for you from here on out. There's a Yulon Magnolia sapling beneath the great maple tree besides the mayor house. Okay, so she's got that, and it's going to be a quest. It's going to be good for us anyway to do, because it's 1,000 XP. So she gives us that, and we have Raisu here, who's going to give us a quest for the Green Thumbs. So you join the Green Thumbs, that's great. We're a guild that knows the true value of the soil and its riches. Or first things first, you should bring us a sample of what you'd like us to gather. You can't just place an order without us seeing exactly what you want first. So anything you gather, bring it back to us, and then we can begin doing all the hard work for you. Isn't that nice? So nice, right? There's a patch of lake mud over by the big tree next to the lakeside cache. Bring me a handful to get the ball rolling. And you can see she has some stuff right in there, right? So the first things first. We need to go next to the mayor's house. And this is the lakeside cache. We need to go there. And then over here, we have the wood samples, right? So let's go get the wood samples, because those looks like they're the closest. They're just right on top of the hill. And you can see right, just like she said, there's a tree here. And so we've gathered that Yulon sample for her, right? And so she's happy as pig shit, right? Because we've got these Yulon wood samples for her. Ran past her. Alright, there she goes. So now we can complete this quest for her. So it's like, oh shit, that's a Yulon Magnolia log, alright. I can tell by the rich color of the bark. Well, there you go. Why, thank you. Now you can place an order for this type of wood whenever you like. Gathering wood for your order takes time though. Be patient and don't forget to pick up your order. So that's pretty much it. So now we can look, no, not her. So now we can look at him and we can see that we found the Yulon Magnolia log, right? And you can see where the sample location is. And then if you click on like the pine log as well, you can see that the sample locations for the pine logs are in Toman Range, they're in the Scorching Sands, they're in the what is that, Spearstone Canyons. And we got a bunch of different logs here, right? But the log that we're gonna need is the Paulownia log for whatever that you wanted, right? So that's, oh well, yeah, the sap, right? So that's what we needed for these. So basically, what you're basically doing is as you're going through the game, playing, and you find these different logs, you're gonna bring them back to them, and then you can place orders for them. You know, order whatever you want to, and you can see across the order conditions as you have these guild points that need to be stacked up, and then you have a cost, they're 2 copper or whatever. So get those, and then if I want to, you just basically order these. You can see Paulownia now is available to us in order to order. That's what we needed, right, in order to craft them. We'll come back to that. I do want to see how this works, but I am going to actually just purchase the Viridian, because I don't know that Viridian Poison is available. So what we want to do though now is we're going to go over here towards the Lakeside Cache, and we're going to collect for the green thumbs now. What does she want? I can't even remember what type of shit she wanted from the Lakeside Cache, or what it was that we were collecting for her, but let's collect it anyways. Sandstone soil. So there we go, lake mud. We have now gathered lake mud for her. Oh no, we can't run across water anymore. Can't get my Jesus on. Hopefully that lasts. Ah, okay. Made it! So now, keep in mind that, I'm going to show you this, you have the option to leave guilds and rejoin other guilds as well. You can only join 2 crafting guilds and 2 gathering guilds as you find them. Well, not as you find them, they're all pretty much here. So did you get to make lake mud? Yeah, I did. Wonderful. Now that you've collected a sample, you can put in order and we will gather the lake mud for you. So you can see how this is starting to work, right? So boom, and I was loving that because that's what I wanted to, and that's why I came to this town. I want to level up really quickly. So now we've gathered the lake mud for her, right? And if you look on here now, we have orders available for the sandy clay. You can see the order conditions, and you can see the order details here. You can also see where the rest of these items are going to grab from, and so, you know, where you need to go grab these other items from as well in order to do these things, right? So let's, for the sake of say that we actually grab this stuff, right? So what we want is we want an order of this. So let's grab an order of that. So we requested lake mud. We requested this order, and we have time in order to wait for this fucking order to actually be filled, right? Let's also request an order from her because she has the Paulownias. No, what the hell did I do? Wrong person. My fault. From him. He's the rep. So we actually go to the rep. And you can see right here that we have that we actually have other people. He has his guild rating, so we have our guild. You see the guild points right there. We have our guild, and as we go up by the more shit we purchase, I'm assuming is going to be the higher we go. So characters can order items from different areas when their guild rating rises. See that? So let's order some of this Paulownia from him, and there we have it. So now each of these have their own wait times associated to them as well, right? Which is just butt ass annoying in my opinion, right? So we'd actually have to wait for these items to be crafted. But I'm not really interested in waiting so long, but we know that those items, the Paulownia wood and the sandy clay, are they're necessary for us to do if we want to go through this process with this guy right here, the the Mary Potters. And basically once we got our Paulownia sap from them, we would then have our quartz, and we could then theoretically craft our simple refiner using our Viridian poison, and we've got our sandy clay, which would then allow us to craft this and so forth, right? That's the way that should work, right? If we wanted to leave the guild, then we can do that as well. It's entirely up to you. No orders are in progress with this dude. We don't need any jars and so forth like that. No Viridian pickaxes and so forth like that. Actually, we've got some Cinderland pickaxes that they gave us, and I still actually hold 2 Viridian pickaxes that I haven't used. Basically because when you're running around in the open world, what you'll tend to find is that as you're running through the nodes, and let me see if I can pull that up on the map for you guys. So if you pull up the map, there's none here in the Viridian Coast. But if you pull up the map, you'll notice that there's a series of wells and there's a series of rock nodes that you could actually pull that stuff up with in order to do it. But, you know, entirely up to you. So now, let's take a look at what we actually wanted, and that's to make our Viridian Transformation Stone. So, we're going to go to the marketplace, and we're going to pick up a premium, excuse me, just got the hiccups, a premium simple refiner. Oh, no, that price went up. Look at that, it's like 7 silver right now. Like, that's fucked up. So you pretty much have to play the marketplace for that. So 670 is what we'd be getting for that. We're gonna purchase it. I don't really care. You'll start noticing that silver that shit dumps on you really quickly. So you can see the progress bar down here. That's a while to wait for these orders. 27 minutes to get this fucking Paulownia, and another 26 minutes for that. Yeah, bro, not interested in that shite right there. These are all items that I've just basically got from the Hongmoon store. You ever leave? Oh, that's our survey reward. So we've got this new mail is what I need, and Dragon Trader items right here. That's what I need. So instant delivery. Yeah, give it to me, bro. Otherwise, you gotta go to the guy. I'm not into that. Now, damn sure right, as a freemium player, you're probably gonna do that because who the fuck wants to do that? So now we have our Viridian poison, our Viridian quartz, and we have our premium simple refiner that we need in order to order this Viridian Transformation Stone. Now, it's kind of weird to me that we're crafting this and we're turning these order conditions in and so forth like that, and we have these costs associated to, and all we're really doing is placing orders. Is like, realistically, all we are crafters. We're not, I mean, or gatherers, but even all of the quests. It doesn't seem like, you know, you're ever really doing that. So here we are, and that's our Viridian Transformation Stone right there. So it's not a really big deal anymore now. You've got 1 hour to wait. It'll deposit us to our mail, and then we can just take it from our mail, and we'll be able to level up our crafting gear that we have there. So now, I want to take a look at this survey. Oh, we're going to get some Hongmoon Dragon Suit. That'll be good for some XP bonuses again, but again, this is like increases the XP gain from combat by 100%. Very little rewards from combat, to be perfectly honest. So then we have the Golden Diva's Essence. Use the Wheel of Fate. Scorching Sands Golden Diva Wheel of Fate right there. We haven't used any of those, so yeah, we can go to some of these Wheel of Fates and we can use the remainder of our gems that we have from the Viridian Coast if you wanted to. So please rate your opinion on the interface of Blade and Soul, in general. In general, I dislike Blade and Soul's interface. Just mildly. everything's so small, the letters are written so small, and if you guys go onto the UI interface, it's kind of hard to use, to be honest with me. I don't wouldn't want to take my time going through that. There's so much going on. I understand the skill tree because there's a lot going on with the skill tree, but everything else so jumbled on the screen. Please choose the element of the interface that needs the most improvement. I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna say that. That map needs improvement. That ridiculous. All the other things like that, I get used to. It's fine. It's not a big deal. But that map, it needs some serious help. Did you find the chat UI and functions convenient? They're inconvenient. I don't like the chat because I'm gonna say the chat functions and so forth like that are inconvenient because it's just literally scrolls of RMTs, real money transaction vendors in the chat. How do you find the acquisition ratio against consumption of the gold in the game? So this is hard to answer because basically this is asking you gold gain versus gold out. So this is hard for me to answer because I don't feel like the cost associated with things in the world as far as like traveling, the things like we just did, the crafting purchases and so forth like that, are necessarily ridiculously high. However, it also ties into the auction bid system of the dungeons, and we're talking about gold in, gold out there, but that's more of a preference thing. Do you want to keep playing dungeons in order to see if people are going to low bid, high bid for certain items and understand the values of them and so forth, or whatever? So it's questionable to me, and I'm going to say it's insufficient because I'm going to think of it in terms as if though I was a freemium player and not a premium player. I don't think that as a freemium player you'd be able to keep up monetarily with the premium players who are getting significant XP and gold percentages over you. That's my opinion. Please, if you're a freemium player, let me know what you think about the disparity between a freemium and a premium player. I also got to think about it as a premium player from, my rank of rank 3 and my rank of where it could be at max rank 10 with NC coin purchases inside the shop. Obviously, if I spend 1,000, which is basically $100, I'd get a rank 10 NC coin vendor value or whatever, and then I'd probably get my full 15%. It'd be different. Please rate your opinion with how Blade and Soul delivers the story in various ways of presentation: quest, cinematic, video, and NBC. Now, I dislike the story. I don't know necessarily that I dislike the characters. The voice acting is bad, in my opinion, but so we got this one right here where the story holds zero interest for me, and that's really where I'm at. Like, I kind of fell out of favor with the story early on, and I'm really just interested in getting to level 45 so I could do some arena PvP battles and kind of get good at that. Realistically, Blade and Soul could have been a freaking Street Fighter and RPG elements to it with, the way I build my character versus the way somebody else builds their Kung Fu Master, and I'd probably be riding the game's dick with that because that's the fun to me or whatever is that part. But I dislike the story just because of the, you know what? No, I don't really dislike it. I just dislike it. How do you like the story of Blade and Soul in general? So the first area I was in, which was the Viridian Coast, we had somebody poisoned. Then they brought me over to Jaystone Village. In the second chapter of the story, somebody was poisoned. Then we went over to the Scorching Sands, somebody's poisoned. It always seems to be about the same story in each new area. Somebody's poisoned, I need to find some items in order to heal them. They give me some quests in order to do some things that relate to battling a faction in that area, and then I come back. That's pretty much the rigmarole so far. It's mildly interesting. I think it could have been done way better. I would have loved to have been able to play the Korean version in order to see what the difference is there, because supposedly there were a lot of good intriguing things inside the Korean story that were censored here. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm interested in that, but so far I'm mildly interested in the story. It's kind of pervade, like I don't know, I literally click on the story icons here slow enough so that way it goes across on a video. Otherwise, I would just skip the shit out of it, and it wouldn't make a difference to me. So there we go. So now we're going to receive our traditional Hong Moon Dragon Suit, Hong Moon Gemstone, and our Golden Diva's Essence from the Scorching Sands to the Wheel of Fate. There you guys have it. So we're quite a ways away on these being delivered. It looks like it's real world time actually in this too, so I'm not going to concern myself with those anymore. I'll just wait my hour and then I'll level up those items. And then we've got another survey coming to us at level 28. Our Marital Tomb has finally got us all the way up to 2. And I'm going to basically take you guys to that because I think it was my second fist that I was looking at. Swift Strike. Yep. And we're going to level up our final skill for Swift Strike right here. Oh no, it requires 3. Holy shit. I thought it was 2. I don't know why I thought it was 2. That sucks. We also noticed that the cost of that is going to increase. Focus cost 2 to 4. So it's going to be increasing a lot more damage. Damn. Alright. So we'll get to that when we level up again. And I'm not going to... That's where I want to level up my points in. So, yeah. Oh, wow. So there goes our items inside here. And we've got our Viridian Poison still sitting inside there. We're kind of running low on those. And we're kind of running low on inventory space once again because we've stacked so much cheddar. You just keep grabbing shit. So we're going to move on and we're going to get back to the Scorching Sands. And we'll see where this goes. I kind of wanted to point out something to you guys as well. And that was with relation to weapon drops that I was seeing inside the game. So I'll take this time to point it out. And it's kind of funny, but if you notice, I've got an item here from one of the dungeons. It's the, what is this? The Sealed Razor. So we've got the Sealed Sentinel's Razor in the game, right? So this is kind of interesting in the fact that you notice the class that's there. It says Warlock only. Yeah. Anybody create a Warlock? I'm just wondering if anybody created a Warlock at all. I don't have a Warlock class that I created at all, and I didn't see it, so I don't... It hasn't been released to my knowledge as of yet, so I guess, you know, like, where is that? What class is that? I don't know what the Warlock is. Has the Warlock been released in the Korean version? And I just didn't see it because the only classes that I know to be in the game right now are the Blade Master, the Destroyer, the Summoner, the Force Master, the Kung Fu Master, the Assassin, and Blade Dancer. I think maybe. I haven't looked it up to find out yet because I've been playing the game and trying to work on getting to level 45 so that way I can do this PvP arena stuff. But why the hell is the game dropping me items for the Warlock and there's no goddamn Warlock in the game? I don't get it. That's like almost like a slap in the face. I'm pretty sure people wanted this class. Now I get that the class was added, or like, you know, I think that what everybody was saying was that this class was added like this year for the Korean version. So where is it at in the game? I don't know, but it's kind of slap in the face that I can open up a chest and get a Warlock freaking gear, and that gear is nowhere there. So we'll see. We'll see, guys. I'm going to end the video here. We're going to get back to the Scorching Sands, complete some quests, and I guess we'll find some more shit to turn into these guys over time. Hopefully I get my items so I can level them up. And until next time, guys, have fun.